our webinar on supplier sustainability reporting, quality, sustainability, and actionable data in the supply chain. Our presenter today is Meredith Reisfield, Senior Project Manager within our Sustainability Consulting Group here at NSF International. And with that, Meredith, I'm going to hand it off to you.
Thanks, Ryan, for that introduction, and thank you everyone for joining us today. I'll provide a brief overview of the teams bringing you today's webinar, namely NSF International's Sustainability Consulting team and our TraQtion team. We'll follow that overview with an introduction to sustainability reporting, covering drivers of corporate sustainability reporting, common frameworks and reporting topics, and some key challenges companies face in reporting. Next, we'll discuss best practices for sustainability reporting and how companies can use TraQtion to report on sustainability and address these areas before wrapping up with some Q&A. So let's get started. NSF International is a mission-driven organization. We're dedicated to being the leading global provider of public health solutions to protect food, water, consumer products, and the environment. Founded in 1944 and with over 70 years of experience, NSF provides independent and reliable auditing, testing, consulting, training, supply chain, and information management solutions to over 100,000 clients in 178 countries worldwide. We also have 61 offices in 30 countries. At NSF, we believe that sustainability is far more than doing the right thing. It's about setting your business up for success, no matter how mature, by putting in place impactful solutions that benefit your clients, your employees, the planet, and your bottom line. We've been working in sustainability for over 15 years. Through our sustainability standards, auditing, certification, and consulting services, we can support everything from company-wide sustainability strategies and initiatives to targeted solutions in which our clients are looking to progress and innovate. NSF's sustainability reporting capabilities are enabled by sustainability services in certification and verification, an experienced sustainability consulting team, and our robust TraQtion software platform. My team, NSF's Sustainability Consulting team, works with companies to diagnose impacts, design strategies, and deliver solutions to build supply chain resiliency, operational efficiency, and brand reputation. We assist clients by building sustainable, resilient, and secure supply chains, as well as by demonstrating environmentally and socially responsible operations and sourcing practices. TraQtion, a wholly owned subsidiary of NSF International, is a powerful software-as-a-service solution built from the ground up by an integrated team of food and sustainability experts, as well as software professionals, to support quality, safety, and sustainability teams at every link of the supply chain. TraQtion is designed to comprehensively manage a myriad of operational and supply chain challenges, from responsible sourcing to product or site quality and compliance. Working together, the NSF Sustainability Consulting Group and the TraQtion team achieve an unparalleled combination of technical and subject matter expertise to bring intelligence to making decisions, tracking progress, and expanding impact. Our system is modular and is able to manage sustainability, safety, and quality concerns individually or jointly as a system to exclusively track progress towards sustainability goals, or to provide a one-stop shop for supply chain and facility management across your sustainability, safety, and quality commitments. We have successfully developed processes for collection, management, and reporting of facility and supplier data, deploying TraQtion for numerous clients operating globally by understanding their business needs, developing robust data management tools, and practiced process administration experts. This platform is built on core aspects we repeatedly see in successful sustainability reporting. We manage supply chain challenges from responsible sourcing to product site quality compliance, sustainability, safety, and quality tracked all in one place. We draw on a few core capabilities to meet your internal strategy and compliance needs, as well as your needs to communicate with external stakeholders, including investors and consumers. One aspect is traceability and transparency. We track sustainability indicators and certification priorities across your entire supply chain, aligning with your goals. We align with external reporting frameworks, including CDP, GRI, the UN SDGs, the Science Based Target Initiative, and others, and we'll dive into these in a few minutes. We provide powerful trending and analytics capabilities, enabling you to view all information in one place and segment, assess, and validate performance against sourcing and operational targets and measure progress over time. Our data collection and validation lets you be confident that data is current, accurate, and consistent from suppliers and facilities. Automatic notifications of non-compliances, as well as follow-up on corrective actions, ease your administrative burden and provide consistency. These aspects help companies establish, achieve, and communicate goals that are relevant, defensible, meaningful, and clear. Our document management and control capabilities provide a single repository for all data and provide automated document management with a dashboard view of operations to ensure goals are being met. Finally, supplier management optimizes buy-in for sustainability goals through easy communication with suppliers. For example, you can update social responsibility standards and communicate views to relevant suppliers at any time. With that grounding in our sustainability consulting and software expertise, let's turn our attention to sustainability reporting. We'll follow that overview with an introduction to sustainability reporting, covering drivers of corporate sustainability reporting, common frameworks, and reporting topics, as well as some key challenges that companies face in the process. One reason behind the popularity of sustainability reporting is that transparency not only helps companies tell their story, it also drives improvements in performance. As per the axiom, you can't manage what you can't measure, transparency is a currency that builds trust. Sustainability programs are increasingly an expectation for companies. Civil society groups, investors, and consumers are demanding transparency and visibility around sustainability initiatives, often in the form of annual reports. However, developing an appropriate and representative report is not always straightforward amid fluctuating stakeholder expectations, trends, and attention spans. As such, many companies choose to follow existing frameworks to provide consistent and repeatable metrics, understand their progress, benchmark against peers, and communicate initiatives to stakeholders. A few key stats to keep in mind during this conversation. 93% of the world's 250 largest companies report on sustainability. Of these businesses, 89% directly speak to the UN Sustainable Development Goals in their sustainability reports. 88% of these companies reporting on sustainability indicate a more efficient decision-making process. 50% of companies indicate that sustainability reporting has helped them improve their company's reputation. That's a powerful motive to look at these frameworks. Because of the success, multiple sustainability reporting frameworks have emerged to help companies disclose progress against efforts to improve the social impact and environmental footprint of their operations. They are designed to communicate different information to different audiences, and some focus on a slightly different set of material indicators than others. So let's talk through a few of these. The GRI, or the Global Reporting Initiative, is the most widely used sustainability framework. Of the world's largest 250 companies, 93 report on sustainability, and 82% report to the GRI standards. So you have almost all of these companies reporting on sustainability, and overwhelmingly they're using the GRI. TCFD, the Task Force on Climate-Related Financial Disclosures, is a framework focused on increased transparency for climate-related risk disclosures in the investment and financial sectors. As of June 2018, 286 companies have expressed support for TCFD, representing $7.1 trillion in market capitalization and $86.2 trillion in asset management. CDP, formerly known as the Carbon Disclosure Project, maintains multiple areas of focus, including carbon, forestry, and water. 87% of companies that disclose to CDP climate change have identified business opportunities and are taking action to address climate risks, worth $53 billion in savings. The SDGs, the UN's Sustainable Development Goals, have been agreed upon by almost 200 countries in support of common social, economic, and environmental goals. Today, over 3,800 voluntary commitments to the SDGs are listed on the UN's online partnership platform. Finally, the Sustainability Accounting Standards Board, or SASB, established in 2011, developed standards for the disclosure of material sustainability information to investors in mandatory filings or financial disclosures. SASB standards identify material sustainability factors that are likely to impact financial performance. These frameworks are designed to fulfill different purposes for different audiences. For companies, it's about choosing the right tool or tools for the job. For example, the GRI standards are designed to provide information to a wide variety of stakeholders and consequently include a very broad array of topics. SASB's indicators, conversely, are designed to provide information to investors and consequently focus on the subset of sustainability issues that are most likely to be financially material. Companies accordingly may need to look to multiple frameworks to meet their goals. Following this same example, companies that produce a sustainability report also should, and in some cases must, where required by law, disclose financially material sustainability information in their mandatory financial reports, such as the 10K. Conversely, companies that only disclose sustainability impacts that meet a financial materiality test are potentially ignoring critical issues for sustainable development, not to mention new business opportunities. So this is by no means an exhaustive list of frameworks, and these frameworks interplay with an even wider array of industry initiatives, company goals, standards, and certifications in the sustainability landscape. Companies often choose to dive into a specific area depending on the priorities of their internal and external stakeholders. What you see here is a fraction of a larger landscape. These tools, such as B Corp, commodity certifications like RSPO and Rainforest Alliance, and industry tools like TFC, or the Sustainability Consortium's commodity reporting tools, can also be an important part of how a company engages on sustainability. Initially, focuses on return on investment, supply risk, and product quality also come into play. Strategic investment in sustainability provides one lens for internal reporting. The most common benefits and ROI are found in these areas: cost savings, risk reduction, brand and reputation protection, and new value creation opportunities. Supply risk plays another big role. We're seeing increasing attention to supply chain disruption with climate change, water scarcity, deforestation, degrading soils, severe weather, and other factors. Operational risk attention has increased in this regard and fuels some strategic priorities around sustainability. More than half of supply chain risk lies with second and third tier suppliers, outside the normal scope of supply chain management, while 75% of business continuity professionals report a lack of visibility into their supply chains, which is why we're seeing companies starting to ensure that their suppliers have their own sustainability programs. Palm oil, deforestation, coffee, displaced individuals, labor issues, sugar, seafood, soy, and cattle are just one list of prominent issues in the last couple of years. Overall, the bar for what's considered adequate risk management goes up every year, and sustainability is a key piece of that puzzle. We assist clients in identifying appropriate reporting frameworks, relevant standards and industry initiatives, and other metrics in driving progress and reporting on results. So let's focus on that final point. With multiple frameworks and programs to navigate, increasingly complex supply chains, growing demands for transparency and disclosure, and internal strategic priorities, reporting can be a challenging task. We recommend a few concrete steps to succeed in sustainability reporting. One is to identify what is material to your business and focus your progress and therefore your reporting in those areas. Second is to use these issues to determine what initiatives are already underway at your organization. Many sustainability gains can go in tandem with efforts in quality, safety, efficiency, or other areas that may be under-recognized for their environmental or social benefits. Take a look at what's going on in your industry with key commodities or ingredients you source in your state or with your corporate goals to acknowledge potential areas for improvement. Thirdly, set some goals and decide the appropriate audiences for these goals. Your management team might, for example, be focused on reducing risk or meeting a certain ROI hurdle. Your investors might be tracking deforestation risk, while your consumers might be prioritizing animal welfare or sustainable sourcing certifications. Finally, we recommend that you leverage existing frameworks and standards to support your efforts and use these as a guide for reporting. While the sustainability reporting landscape has become more complicated over time, it's also becoming more interesting as companies tailor reporting tools to their audiences and increasingly use graphics and videos to tell their story. Coca-Cola, for example, has broken their reporting out into their biggest impact areas and their importance to their company and operations. You can see in this slide that's taken from Coca-Cola's sustainability reporting a global effort that focuses on material impacts and is engaging Coca-Cola's supply chain partners. We see another set of similar features in this example, which speaks to Annie's sustainability reporting. Sustainability has been a foundational aspect of Annie's operations for nearly 30 years, even if after their acquisition by a larger company, their commitment hasn't changed. Like Coca-Cola, you can see that they've engaged their supply chain and have selected a few core focus areas. Beyond our work in sustainability strategy and implementation, NSF assists clients at various stages of sustainability reporting. For companies who are planning to report for the first time, we help determine their report's objectives and are active in report development. For clients who have not previously reported, we assist in enhancing existing efforts. Each company has different sustainability impacts and initiatives. NSF International can help select appropriate reporting frameworks, customize a sustainability report to highlight sustainability triumphs, document current impacts, and plan for future initiatives. In other words, we help companies to drive both transparency and performance through reporting. Collecting nuanced information across a large supplier base from a significant number of facilities and segmenting and analyzing that information to both provide transparency and drive progress can be a big lift without the right tools and without support from subject matter experts. That combination of robust tools and expertise provides resource savings by reducing the time and other resources that your suppliers, facility managers, and reporting teams dedicate to chasing information. It enables a holistic view to see where sustainability successes and struggles may be intertwined with quality and safety issues. It automates repeated data trending and analysis and enables more sophisticated digging through data. It tracks compliance and progress to goals across suppliers, products, and facilities, and provides reliable process management. So let's talk about how we enable reporting and help companies to drive both transparency and performance through TraQtion. TraQtion is a powerful software-as-a-service solution built from the ground up by an integrated team as a support for sustainability, quality, and safety teams throughout the supply chain. Best practices for successful reporting, internally and externally, involve collecting data, providing results and insights, disclosing information to relevant audiences, and then using this information to drive progress towards sustainability goals, linking them to financial impact, supply risk, and quality. Our sustainability consulting team uses TraQtion to bring these best practices to life. TraQtion gives visibility across the breadth and depth of an entire supply chain. We provide a simple web interface for your organization and suppliers. We can integrate with existing data systems to automatically push and pull records. And we offer flexible data import capabilities, which can handle a variety of data set upload methods. Our system enables you to dig into calculations, used in analyses, providing transparency, and enabling data traceability, as well as tracing a commodity's journey through your supply chain. Our dashboards update in real time, and reports can be pulled at the push of a button. TraQtion works across markets and geographies with a global support team to help you track sustainability metrics across your supply chain. Our ability to manage sustainability, quality, and safety data in a single platform, as well as our ability to integrate with existing systems and provide flexible data upload capabilities, eases the burden on both your organization's managers and on your suppliers. Suppliers can interface with a single system to communicate the specifications of their products or commodities they supply, to report on sustainability initiatives within their facilities, to acknowledge your standards and specifications, to identify and include their own first and second tier suppliers and beyond, and to see their performance relative to a supplier pool. Your managers can communicate with suppliers through this platform, quickly identify leaders and laggards, and easily view suppliers' performance over time. So in this sample supplier data collection form, you can see that basic facility data from suppliers has been pulled from an existing supplier database containing some key information. Suppliers can add finished products information such as product details, categorization, and use. And suppliers are able to start with the previous year or reporting period's data and edit it rather than starting from scratch. Suppliers can enter this data on a facility level or upload a data set with this information through our flexible upload capabilities. In this example, suppliers are asked to provide details on palm oil sourcing to demonstrate a company's progress towards volume-based sustainability goals for responsible sourcing. So you can see here how data collection fuels reporting. As you can see, reporting on this goal requires volume data, certification details, and information on an ingredient's origin and traceability, among other details. Suppliers can receive notices or corrective actions if they're not in compliance with your purchasing policies or if your goals are evolving over time. For example, if you're encouraging suppliers to move from a mass balance to a book and claim certification chain of custody system over the next 2 years, suppliers can see a flag if they choose a book and claim option. versus a mass balance option. In another example, you can notify suppliers when you're releasing a new supplier code of conduct. Flags can emerge when you're engaging with a new industry roundtable or emerging standard for responsible sourcing of a key ingredient, or even if you're setting and pursuing a science-based greenhouse gas reduction target. So this is a great example of an aspect of sustainability reporting and the data collection needs it brings up. And these can be very different by topic. In this case, you're seeing nuanced information that's not needed from every supplier for a company that's using palm oil as a key ingredient, but it's not the only product that they sell. It's outside of this organization's four walls, and it's engaging their value chain partners. And it likely presents a material risk to this company. And I'll talk a little bit about that in terms of what we're seeing in deforestation. So especially in companies who are supplying palm oil-related products, we're seeing a material risk to investors and corporations in deforestation. 25% of greenhouse gas emissions are from agriculture and land use. 71% of tropical deforestation is caused by agriculture. So in 2016, BlackRock suggested that deforestation may constitute a material risk for certain sectors' supply chains. The CDP has stated that over 200 corporations in 2016 had $906 billion of revenue at risk from deforestation commodities, namely the soy, palm oil, cattle, and timber that the CDP focuses on. 24% of corporations' revenues are linked to deforestation commodities, and corporate zero deforestation commitments are up 174% as a result. The Consumer Goods Forum, a 400-member corporate network with sales of $3.5 trillion, has committed to a zero net deforestation by 2020 program. And we've seen where this has gone wrong for companies. For example, the Noble Group had some issues with deforestation in a biodiverse forest from which they sourced palm oil. And following the complaint of a key competitor, their investment was devalued $60 million in Q2 of 2017. So collecting nuanced partner-supplier information that's material to your company is critical to sustainability reporting. And sometimes a certification captures that critical information, or at a minimum provides an industry-accepted foundation for data collection. Other times, especially in the case of new focus areas for corporations in niche commodities without a industry-accepted standard, and in emerging definitions of responsible sourcing by industry roundtables, such as we're currently seeing in animal proteins, demand greater flexibility from your data collection system. We urge companies to focus on their organization's top priorities, whichever those may be, and having a flexible data platform is then very important in pursuing this goal. TraQtion provides reporting capabilities in the form of both dashboards and reports. We set up reports with our clients to automate reporting, to establish sustainability frameworks, as well as to track company-specific metrics, reducing the time your team has to spend collecting and analyzing this information. Obviously, as we saw with palm oil, what makes the most sense for your company to track can vary by supplier and can vary with your strategic priorities. TraQtion is set up to collect a wide range of supply chain, commodity, and facility data. We track everything from commodity compliance with sustainable sourcing requirements, to energy consumption and emissions, to supplier risk profiles, to corporate policies and goals, to certification or verification priorities to align with your risk management and sustainability goals. Finally, we know that sustainability does not exist in a vacuum. We see our clients increasingly succeed as they link their sustainability goals to financial metrics, tracking the return of investment on their sustainability initiatives, to supply risk, to product quality, and to other core strategic priorities. TraQtion's unique ability to manage supply chain, product, and facility data across your sustainability, quality, and safety concerns makes seeing the side-by-side data and linking sustainability information to your core strategic priorities easy. Again, TraQtion provides reporting capabilities in both reports and in dashboards. Dynamic, detailed, and customizable dashboards in the platform provide summary results with capabilities to show drill-down information as well as historical trends. Both high-level and detailed reports can be exported in different formats, such as CLS, CSV, PDF, and doc formats. TraQtion's drill-down dashboards and dynamic reporting capabilities allow you to prioritize and focus storytelling strategies by easily identifying high-achieving or improving regions, suppliers, or commodities. These user-friendly dashboards and reporting systems allow for default, automated, and ad hoc analyses to meet a variety of needs and user priorities, and enable our experts to advise on data-driven solutions for maximizing your sustainability progress. In other words, we can help you understand which facilities or suppliers are hitting their marks and which might need more attention. Our software enables collection, monitoring, analysis, calculation, and reporting of performance that allows you to see and respond to emerging trends. Dashboards and extractable reports can be configured to show trends over time for both specific activity data and overall performance metrics to assess progress against goals. Access to dashboards can be segmented to show specific data to specific user groups and show specific commodities, facility types, and emission scopes, enabling various users to see pertinent information. We provide guidance to determine which metrics and analyses are most effective in showing progress towards goals and making strategic decisions. TraQtion is designed to configure automated reports and dynamic customizable dashboards that meet your needs, and NSF's team has deep subject matter expertise across sustainability goal setting, reporting, supply chain, food safety, and quality areas. So today we've introduced NSF International's sustainability consulting and TraQtion capabilities. We've discussed drivers of corporate sustainability reporting, common frameworks and reporting topics, and some key challenges companies face in reporting. We've reviewed how companies can use TraQtion to report on sustainability and address key material concerns. Before we move to Q&A, I'd like to cover why some companies turn to NSF and our TraQtion software platform to meet their sustainability reporting needs. NSF has over 15 years of experience in sustainability. Our team brings expertise in responsible sourcing of specific commodities and in different dimensions of environmental impact, such as energy, water, and waste. We bring expertise in implementing sustainability software systems for clients to drive progress and transparency, and have worked to set and implement sustainability strategies and programs with clients from Fortune 500 companies to flagship sustainable brands. Through TraQtion, we provide robust technical capabilities to meet sustainability, safety, and quality goals in a single software solution. In delivering the sustainability functionality of NSF's TraQtion platform, we provide a cross-functional team with an extensive background in program management with the skills and experience to meet our clients' financial, reputation, product quality, and risk management goals. I'll now hand things back over to Ryan to moderate some Q&A.
Great, thanks Meredith. We had a few questions come in during the webinar, but there's still time for folks to enter any additional questions they'd like to get answered. Kicking it off, question came in, what are the benefits of tracking quality, safety, and or sustainability in a single platform?
The short answer is because they have a lot of common drivers and reveal common issues. We see multiple commonalities driving food safety, quality, and sustainability work. Companies are wanting to implement internal goals and strategies, meet consumer expectations, and track and deliver on investor expectations. Many of the barriers that companies are trying to overcome are in the same three areas. One is data management, understanding and monitoring data throughout operations, facilities, and supply chain, key compliance data and indicators, facilities data, and commodity information is a big list. Another is traceability. Companies are wanting to track information throughout their supply chain, such as certification and chain of custody information. And a third is supply chain insight and education. Companies need to engage their supplier base to produce safer and more sustainable food.
Great, thanks. Another question, what varieties of industries does TraQtion work in?
So TraQtion works in a wide range of industries. We work with global retailers, with food service providers, manufacturers, and brand owners to manage end-to-end safety, sustainability, product quality, and compliance of their supply chain.
Great. Can TraQtion software and consulting services be purchased independently from one another?
Yes, that's something that's possible, and the level of success we see with those separate programs can depend on the goals of the program and the level of maturity we see from different clients on the information they'd like to collect and the analysis that they'd like to see done on that information. On the consulting side, we also work across different stages of a company's journey towards setting and pursuing sustainability targets and assisting in that strategic and implementation phase.
Great, thanks. When it comes to entering supplier data, how does that get into the system, and what efficiencies do you think companies have seen by going this route?
We see a few different paths that both facility managers and suppliers can use to enter their data. One is a data integration for a company that is already capturing this data in a software solution. We're able to integrate with things like the Cool Farm tool or with CDP to push and pull data as needed. Another is through a data upload through different formats such as an Excel or CSV file. A third is through our data collection forms that we previewed during this webinar. And we see multiple efficiencies arising from those different paths. One is that the data collection process is simplified because a supplier is receiving only the data collection forms that are relevant to them. So for example, with this palm oil example, a company that's not supplying palm oil to your organization would not receive that form to fill out. We're also seeing it be a little easier for companies to have their suppliers enter data when everything's in one place, where notifications that a supplier has data to enter or is missing something are automated. And for a delinquent supplier or facility manager who is yet to enter that data, the process of chasing that information is largely automated. We further see efficiencies on the analysis side, where it's very easy to automate a report of something like a list of delinquent suppliers, of your top and bottom performing suppliers, and to see progress and changes over time or by factors such as commodity, geography, business unit, etc. That probably only scratches the surface, but I hope it paints a picture.
Yeah, and I think you kind of tackled another question that came in about how do we gather second and third tier supplier information. So I don't know if you have anything else to add to that. But.
Yeah, and there are multiple solutions to gather second and third tier supplier information depending on circumstance. There are some commodities or ingredients with industry accepted programs where a supplier is already expected to have some provenance or traceability information, palm oil again being a great example. So in that case, a company who is using RSPO certified palm oil in their product is already expected to have some of this information on hand. For other suppliers, we're able to look at a couple different options, one being having them invite their own suppliers to use TraQtion as part of a organization's work. Another is to embed some second and third tier data collection into a supplier's data collection forms or data uploads and have them report on their own suppliers.
Great, thanks. We had a question come in from Scott asking if we provide training. I'm not sure if that was in relation to the software platform or in regards to sustainability reporting more generally. So Scott, if you want to clarify, so we can give you the best answer, but on the software piece.
Great. So Scott, I'm happy to tell you that when we implement TraQtion for a client, we do provide training manuals and webinars, and we also have a support team that is global and able to provide support in multiple languages for TraQtion users who may need some additional help beyond that training.
Thanks. And one final question on any capabilities around supply chain mapping within the software. So any information you could provide on that?
Sure. So that's closely tied to TraQtion's ability to collect second and third tier supplier information. So we're able to visually demonstrate the traceability of different commodities and ingredients based on the information provided. We do have some traceability capabilities, and a lot of how those come to life are somewhat dependent on the information available and whether or not some of that information has been, tracked or managed by different folks in the supply chain. But that's something that, particularly as we talk about the application of the system with respect to safety and quality, is one of those areas where we do see, some common barriers and drivers. So it's difficult to make a claim about whether or not your commodity is driving deforestation if you are not sure where it came from, and similarly it can be difficult to respond to some safety and quality issues without that same supply chain mapping capability. So that's exactly an area where some of those key concerns intersect in TraQtion and provide potentially multiple benefits across core strategic priorities for our clients.
Thanks so much, Meredith. I think that's all of the questions that have come in. So I'll hand it back to you to wrap things up, and we'll see if any last-minute questions come in. Otherwise, your contact information will be available, and folks can reach out afterwards as well.
Thank you, Ryan. So I'd like to close on just this note. Our clients come to us for their sustainability, data management, and reporting. Because of our deep understanding of sustainability, supply chains, and program management, the fact that we have an end-to-end solution that works across these topic areas, the nature of our software platform being dynamic and adaptive so that it can grow with your needs, and finally, that we have a robust system that plans for exceptions and can manage unexpected challenges. For more information or if you have further questions, I encourage you to reach out to myself or to Andrew Thorne. You'll see our contact information at the bottom of this slide. And we're happy to answer whatever questions you might have and to demo our full capabilities for you. Thank you again for your time and your attention today, and I hope you have a lovely afternoon.
Thank you, Meredith, and thank you everyone for joining.